Joy family, welcome to the Joyful House. Welcome to this Monday afternoon. Oh my goodness. Hopefully, you will forgive me for getting in here so late when getting this week started, but I'm going to tell you why in just a little bit. All right, first off, welcome in everyone. If you are new here, welcome to the Joyful House. Welcome to my playground. It is so great to have you as a friend and family member here on the Joyful House Playground, which I do use the word playground as a word for my life and what is going on in my joyful life. If you are a returning friend, family member, welcome in. It is so good to see you. Hope everyone had a great week last week. Ready to just jump into this week. Your joy word has already gone out this morning. So hopefully you're checking that out and letting that be a word to inspire you this week. So before we get started with this week, which is the week of October 6th through the 12th, let's wrap up last week. Now, if you'll remember last week for Chasing the Fun, we were encouraged by Annie to be an amateur at saying no. So I'm curious. Let me know. Did you have a situation or opportunity where you actually said no and something better came out of turning down an invitation? Well, I actually have one that I can share. I honestly thought there's no way I'm going to have an opportunity where I will say no, but I did. Mr. Joyful invited me to go on an hour, would be a 2-hour round trip with him to go see our friend Howie's grave now that the tombstone is up and visit with his parents. And I shared that if it was okay, I really wanted to stay home. Wasn't feeling 100%, but also really had this ambition to get back to the Stranger Things blanket. So I rested and slept in Saturday. And then I got up and I started working more on the Stranger Things blanket. So it is finally underway again. And so I am happy about that. And that leads me into why I'm a little bit late today. And that is because I've been back over in the craft room working a little bit on that blanket. And also, I joined our friends Connie and Barbara over at Connie's house today for Nightmare on the Yarny Street. And I do have an announcement of that on the community page if you want to check it out, but they're going to be doing that all week long. So what fun we'll have over at Connie and Barbara's house. And oh my goodness, she showed some really, really cute pattern ideas today. So you'll definitely want to go check that out. All right, let's wrap up last week. So I haven't really been coming in and doing a lot of weekly shares ever since Todd and I left our vacation at the cabin. But that's okay because this is supposed to be just like a virtual kind of journaling, so to speak. And so sometimes there'll be things that I'll just like, oh, got to get that out there. And then other times it's okay to leave for the wrap up. So I don't know, with everything that's going on the channel, I might really just start doing this. I'll just have the introduction for the new week and wrap up all in that same live. So let me know. What do you think? Would you be okay with that? All right. So I do want to wrap up last week. So last Tuesday, I was supposed to go to the endocrinologist. And as many of you already know, that did not happen. They called me at 10:30 in the morning. My appointment was scheduled for 3 and said that there was an emergency and the endocrinologist would not be there. And so we have rescheduled it for October the 17th. This appointment was more or less to see how I was doing with all of the insulin increase. I had gone from once a day to 4 times a day, and it is doing well. So I am not overly alarmed that we are having to postpone it. So actually, feeling kind of good about that. It's more the heart that I really am anxious to get in and see my doctor. But of course, she will not start her new employment under the new company until probably sometime next week or the week after. So waiting for that. But so far, things have been going really great. So don't fix what's not broken. So that got taken off the schedule, which was fine because it allowed us to spend more time at my parents' house. So we were already planning to go over to my parents' house. And as you know, Andrew came that following Saturday, or that previous Saturday, excuse me, to spend some time with us. So he was with us. So the objective or agenda for the day was to go see my parents with Andrew. And then we were going to go to the appointment, go out to eat to celebrate Todd and my 20th wedding anniversary because it was the day before, a week ago from today. And then we would take Andrew home. Well, when the endocrinologist appointment ended, we decided that we would just stay a little bit longer at my parents' house, bring Andrew back with us, go visit his mom so Andrew and she could see each other and have a little visit. And then I would take him home on Wednesday. But as it turned out, Jonathan, who was supposed to be closing on his house, the closing had been changed from that day to Friday. So he ended up coming to my parents' house. So it was Todd, myself, and the two boys, the two younger boys, Jonathan and Andrew. And we got to visit with my parents. Todd got to help out with a little bit of yard work with my dad. And we just had a really great afternoon. And I've got some video and some pictures of that time together to share with you. And then we went back to Newberry, and we did not leave my parents' house until 7 o'clock. So we got back to Newberry about 8 o'clock, and we ended up going to Huddle House for dinner. I meant to take pictures. Sorry, I didn't. I just really was wrapped up in enjoying the moment. And it was so late. We were not able to go see Todd's mom that afternoon, or evening, but he went the next day. But anyway, Jonathan took Andrew home. So it all worked out great, and we got more time together. Let's see. I really spent Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday working on the Crochet Heart project. And I'm not going to go into full detail with that because it has a segment of its own and it's already aired, showing you how I started it over and where it's at. And I am so happy and looking forward to tomorrow, where I will spend an hour working on that to share with you Saturday, because Crochet Heart updates have moved to Saturday. All right. So that took the better part of that. And then, of course, Friday night, we had our Real Delight on Friday night. And I thank all of you that came and participated in that. And then we had our Eagle Live later that evening. And what a great time we had there. And then yesterday, well, I already shared, or Saturday, excuse me, yesterday. Saturday, I shared with you that Todd went to go see Howie's grave and his parents, and had a really great time there. And he did take some pictures of the grave, or the tombstone. So I have those to share with you as well in the video I'm about to share. And then yesterday, I worked on the little white dress, took a little break from Stranger Things, and that brings us back up to today. So before I show you the video, because I have something else pulled up, I have put a poll on the community post because many of you asked me about showing Christian movies as well as the family movies that we watch at Real Delight. And so I've really prayed about it and put a poll out and asked, if anybody would be interested. and what times. And I thank you all that participated in that and helped me come up with a time. So we will be doing that every Sunday afternoon from 5 to 6 p.m. because those episodes only last anywhere from about 45 minutes to an hour. I don't think there's been one that's actually been an hour. There might have been one that was a little over an hour, but we'll navigate that as it goes along. But so I had to give this time together a name, of course. And so we're going to call it Reel It In Sunday. So Reel It In Sunday. And we are going to be starting with the movie series, The Chosen. So this coming Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we are going to show season 1, episode 1, that's titled, I Have Called You by Name. So if that is something that you would be interested in being a part of and watching, then all you have to do is simply send me an email and let me know that you want to be a part of The Chosen or Reel It In Sunday. And I will send you that link. Just like Reel to Light, just like the watch party for Call the Midwife. Once you request the link, then you will always get a link going forward. If you can't come, then just delete it and move along. And if you can, well, then click that link and come join us. All right. So I look forward to doing that with you. All right. Let me get that off the screen and let's take a look at a little bit of fun in the Joyful House recap from last week. Here we go. That is Andrew sitting on the dock at my parents' house. Just having a time of reflection. He's such a good son-in-law. Jonathan has arrived. My daddy. I love that they are such good friends. Living together has been good for both of them, and the friendship that they have, it just really warms my heart, makes my heart smile. And in a minute, you're about to see Todd have fun with them. I love the relationship that they have as well. I'm just very blessed. Just enjoying the afternoon. So Jonathan is 28 and Andrew is 26. And there's my silly, sweet husband. Love him, my gentle giant. Howie's grave. All right. So that wraps us up from last week. So if you are ready, let's go see what Annie has for us this week for Chasing the Fun. And this week, she tells us to be an amateur at saying, I'm sorry. Benjamin Franklin once said, never ruin an apology with an excuse. I love that. Never ruin an apology with an excuse. I've never heard anyone say that their baby's first word was sorry. Of all the phrases children pick up and repeat and mimic as they're learning to talk and exploring language, I'm sorry does not seem to be one that naturally flows out of our many little BFFs' mouths. Instead, it seems to be one that we must teach repeatedly and have them practice regularly. Even then, it can be like pulling teeth to convince them to apologize. In fact, there's a little script my mom used when she was teaching. Forcing, Annie says, me and my sisters to apologize to each other when we were little. I'm sorry, fill in the blank, person's name. It was, fill in the blank. Please forgive me. How can I make it up to you? So conversations between me and my sisters frequently sounded like this. I'm sorry I pulled your hair. It was hurtful and unkind. Please forgive me. How can I make it up to you? Never mind that in my heart, my side of the dialogue often sounded a bit more defensive and blaming. Perhaps it contained a couple of accusations or excuses. I had a lot to learn in that area. See, I was an amateur at apologies. And really, we all are. And even though my parents stayed faithful to teaching all of us kids about how to repair damaged relationships, to be honest, I still feel like an amateur at apologizing. That doesn't mean that I stopped doing it. Sometimes I may avoid those tough conversations longer than I should. I may draft and rehearse and then edit and rehearse what I need to say. But ultimately, when I've hurt someone I love, I need to say, I'm sorry. I need to own my role in it and do my part to repair what has been damaged. Because the truth is, there isn't much that's more fun than having peace and freedom in your close-up relationships. So this week for Chase the Fun, Annie has challenged us to say you're sorry when you need to. Use her mom's script if you can't think of what to say. So hopefully, if there's someone, maybe you're already thinking of someone that you need to say I'm sorry to, that this week will be the week, maybe even today will be the day that you make that happen. And then if something happens this week where you need to say you're sorry, that you won't think twice about it. You'll just man up, woman up, and do it. And remember, as Benjamin Franklin said, do it without an excuse. So that's quite a hefty, hard challenge for us, but we got it. We can do it. All right. My phone is a little busy right now. Before we head out, there is something that I want to do. I've been trying to do it on all my other lives, and I thought, why not right here as well, especially with us getting ready to start the week. So I want to invite you to come over with me and let's express some joy and get ready for this wonderful, fabulous, amazing, joyful week that we have been given. So if you will, let's do a little joy dance and get ready to tackle this week and all that it has to offer. Let's let the adventure begin. All right. Also, something I've never done here, but I would really like to start doing and get the week started off is wishing all of those that we know in the Joyful family that are having birthdays this week a happy birthday. If you are having a birthday and you don't think I know when your birthday is, please email me or leave it in a comment section and let me know so we can make sure that we celebrate with you. Now, I understand that everybody celebrates birthdays, so I respect that. But if you do and you'd like for us to celebrate with you, then let me know. All right. Today, or this week, we are celebrating Sandra John's birthday, Krista from the Secret Yarnery, Vicky, I hope I don't mispronounce your name, but Vicky Theoni, and Roseanne Alexander. So if you will, help me sing happy birthday to our friends. Happy birthday, Sandra. Happy birthday, Krista. Happy birthday, Vicky. And happy birthday, Roseanne. We hope that you guys have an amazing, joyful birthday and week. All right. Then one other thing I want to do real quick is I have a Joy Team member that is celebrating 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Sorry, this is what happens when you multitask and you're trying to do it and be suave. So suave is not me, okay? But I'm trying. She is celebrating 2 years being on the Joy Team. So if you will, you guys, I would appreciate it if you would help me give a great big happy celebration to Mara. Mara is celebrating 2 years of being on the Joy Team. So happy anniversary, Mara. And thank you so much for the love and support and friendship that you continue to give to the channel. All right. I believe that wraps up everything for getting this week started, you guys. So hope you'll come join me and hang out with me throughout the week here in the Joyful House. Again, a reminder, any kind of recognition or celebration is done at 7:30 on the community post. And at 9:30, anything happening in the Joyful House is announced. With the only exception, if I have a video coming out, that announcement does not come until the video actually goes public. So that way folks aren't searching for it before it's out, because it'll say private, and it has drawn a lot of confusion. So again, any kind of recognition and celebration goes out at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on the community post, and at 9:30, anything happening in the Joyful House will be announced, and then videos, an announcement will go out when it goes live on the channel. All right. I think the next time we'll be together, got our Joy team live tonight, building special moments, working on our number 10 mystery make-along. And so then the next time we'll be together will be Thursday for tea party. So come join us Thursday night for the tea party. All right, you guys, be joyful. Stay crafty in your own way. Make your own joyful creations and be the joy in everything that you do. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.